shrug the question aside and scoot off my island, folding and tucking the ends of my sheets and blankets around my futon. Then I select a pair of jeans and a clean t-shirt from the cattail basket that serves as my dresser and walk the 11 steps to the bathroom to dress in private. I comb my long brown hair, separate it into 3 equal parts, and weave it into a tight braid down my back. Tiptoeing out of the bathroom, I grab Coral's hemp fiber egg basket from the hook in the kitchen and slink outside to the garage, which is not really a garage at all since Hank converted it to a chicken coop. There's 144 by 240 inches of private living space for his flock of 3. 9 futon islands could fit in here with space left over. I've done the calculations. Livy, Divvy, and Belivy, the white leghorn poultry triplets, strut around the straw-lined garage floor. They ignore me completely and jerk themselves out the open door toward the lawn, ready to peck for whatever it is that free-range chickens peck for. I check the water bucket and the feeder and add more grains. But as I move toward their nesting boxes to collect the 3 fresh eggs, I hear a soft clucking. There, perching on a roost, is another chicken. "Who are you?" I ask, which is a ridiculous question to pose to a nearly brainless animal. I step back to check out this strange fowl. She's not a white leghorn. Deep red and brown feathers cover her rather skinny body. Her head is crooked, like someone bent her neck to the right and it stuck there. "Hey, shoo!" I wave my hands toward the garage door. She doesn't budge. She just sits on the perch and twitches her crooked head. I reach for an egg, keeping my eye on the strange hen. She keeps clucking, looking at me with glazed eyes. "You don't belong here." And then, just as I stand up straight, the squatting fowl launches herself off the roost right toward my face. Her wings flap twice, swatting me in the forehead. Ah! My arms flail in the air, spinning the basket upside down. The egg inside lands on the garage floor, splatting on the cement. "Look what you did!" I wipe at my forehead to check for blood, then grab a pair of Coral's gardening gloves so I can scoop up the slimy egg mess and drop it in the compost. Gathering the remaining eggs, I storm back into the house to report the lost egg and the unwanted intruder. Coral is up, chopping her garden kale and collards when I enter the kitchen. My forehead stings from the nasty bird's wing lashing. "Thank you, McKenna." She kisses my cheek. Her blonde dreadlocks tickle my face, and a new trinket twisted into one of her dreads taps me in the eye. Coral collects discarded plastic bits and stores them in her hair. She considers it her way of protesting the devastation of Mother Earth by the horrors of plastic. Coral is the only person who calls me by my full first name. Actually, I have 3 Mac names. McKenna, Mackenzie, MacLeod, but 3 Macs is excessive. It doesn't adhere to the coding principle of DRY, which stands for Don't Repeat Yourself. The triple Mac is like having unnecessary steps, so I prefer just Mac. As for Hank and Coral, I've never called them Dad and Mom. Hank and Coral don't like titles. "A stray chicken got into the garage," I say. "Hank needs to find out where it came from and get it out." Hank saunters into the kitchen now, yawning, tugging on his rust-colored beard, which hangs to his mid-chest. "So, you met Poppy." "Poppy? Isn't she a beauty?" Hank gushes. "She's a Rhode Island Red, an excellent breed for urban coops." "She's yours?" "She is now." Hank reaches into the cupboard for his favorite green tea mug. But you can't keep her. The City of Portland chicken ordinance clearly states that you can only keep 3 or fewer chickens on your property unless you get a permit." Hank laughs. "Oh, I don't think I need a permit, Mac." "Yes, you do. Those are the rules. You could get a citation." Why did I always have to explain things like this to my parents? "I'm not worried about a citation.